Máš stream, když tak víš to. Normálně svým jménem. To není. Vzpomenu, že Clarence. Já bych se pojmenoval, že Clarence. Clarence Smith.
Up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. There's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
This started toward the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second.
No.
Par fives too. They're the ones you really want to make birdie on, but the second shot, it's gone into that bunker. It's an awkward third.
Já vím. Všiml jsem si. Yes.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Já jsem kam úplně v píči.
Well, I gotta say it, you hate to give away shots this early in the round.
GG.
Oh, that hit
No,
the flagstick. This is a 9-footer. Nope, that's one you just can't leave short. Well, you always start the round with such high hopes, with optimism, and it can be gone in a blink. That is a double bogey here at number 1. And there's a good first step to start making up some ground after the troubles at 1. A picture-perfect drive here at the second.
Second shot, good look at the green.
Máš to.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Já nejde, já kam
Nope, that
nevím,
needed a little more
fungují
roll,
kámo
maybe even a lot more.
ty u toho.
Maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the
A
left.
už to vidím, už to chápu.
Okay, so an early hole
Jo.
out of here. Double
Tak to je
bogeys
insane,
one
to
and two, and quickly to 4
Tak to
over
je
in
insane.
this early part of the round.
Ne, já ti doženu, Guga.
Three holes in, and this is very much a struggle. Another one finds the rough.
So from off the fairway, his second now at 3.
Já jsem úplně v píči,
Well, I know
kámo.
I'm paid to talk.
Úplně.
There's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot.
Tak to je insane.
It's
Yeah,
tough to
but
take an
they
extra
actually
club out
do
of
it,
that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. From about 8 feet. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. You hate to be sweating those for bogey, but it will indeed be just the one drop shot. As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle.
Jo. Jsem dojel přesně k tobě.
Down on the
Jsem
course,
dojel
let's
přesně
check
k
in
tobě.
with Nota Begay the third.
146 yards left to the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
What prostě?
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. Just a little beyond the hole, but pretty handy right there.
Aby to chcíplo.
Nope. So he will walk off with his 5, a drop shot here at the par 4 fourth.
Kolik ty máš jako? Plus kolik? Plus 6 máš? Já mám taky plus 6, bo?
Those trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight down into the rough.
Working out of the rough now for his second at the par 4 fifth.
Já nevím, jak funguje, kámo, to zatáčení, vole. To kurv.
From the rough into the bunker or the frying pan into the fire, sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves.
Doufám, že mě to neodbylo. Kámo, já jsem dal prostě settings a mě to tady, vole, dává... What? No,
That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by.
jo, vidím. No, plus je horší, ty když čím víc máš jamek, tak tím máš jakoby větší číslo.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Seven over for the day.
Ne. Volně už dál jakoby to.
Boy, this is just way too much club for a front hole location. That was completely overcooked. Oh, off the flagstick. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it.
Jsi viděl teďkon, tak jsem to hrál. Tebe.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not gonna be easy.
Fuj, abys to... to nesnáš.
That one was running so hot.
Aspoň, ty vole. Máš to prostě, kámo, to je tak rychlý, ty vole, ten míček. Jasný. Mám chuť ten míček vzít a střelit ho někam úplně do píči do vody.
He knew it, we knew it, that was a miss it.
This is a 22-foot putt. Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff.
Jo, kutálej se až někam do píči třeba.
So that not his best.
Já prostě
And
to
this
tam
part
úplně
of his game
malou
has
ránu
been
dám, víš co.
disappointing to say the
Ale
least
to
today.
stejně...
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
Oh no, that never had a chance.
No já jsem chtěl to natáhnout úplně a dát to úplně do píči, že ono tady není kam
That
žádná.
will be a 3 over on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on.
Nice to hear something positive. That's the sound of the ball coming off the middle of the face as opposed to another bogey. No one wants to hear that all day long.
Čí.
Just think about it. You got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And trouble was inescapable on this front side as that wraps up a tough opening 9 holes of golf. This one starting up that left side. So a poor tee shot at 10, now his second. Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole.
Ty špína.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Kámo,
Nah,
co to...
might have stared at that one too long.
Co to je?
Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on.
chtěl bych říct, že golf je ta nejhorší hra, která může být.
Oof. Gonna have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
Good clean strike out of the fairway bunker, safely on the green and inside 20 feet.
A birdie putt here at the 11th.
Not a ton in this, but you have to hit it firm.
Aha.
Yeah, maybe a little defensive there, as that'll come up short. And he will finish that off for a par, and let's see, yeah, there it is. Get a little smile with the way this round has unfolded.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Ještě jak tam vidím to zatočení a to stejně jede
Well,
úplně
that's
jinak.
not a very confident stroke. That was well short coming back up the hill.
Fuj, ty
Frank,
vole,
that
ta hra je
is
tak
painful.
zasraná.
I mean, all you got to do, just hit it. Just hit it.
Tak ty už viděl, co se mi tady děje,
Cleans
ty
that
vole, máš
out
to
in the
zaplý.
hole.
To je jako insane. Špinavá hra. Hnusná. Tak to jde na první, koukej se. Gee.
Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at
What was
birdie.
that?
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Okay. Nevím, jak to funguje. Ne.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par.
A kde vidím ten vítr, jako mi řekni? Jako nahoře.
This one's starting a hair right. So the lie appears to be decent, but he's got a lot of ground to cover here for his second. Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not gonna be easy.
To nejde. Tak kde?
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. Oh, that is right and way offline. Oh, that's not gonna be good. And that ball slowed up just enough that it's gonna come down in an area of thick rough.
Jo. Já jakoby střílím rovně tam, kam to jakoby mě to nastaví. Takže jakoby tak. No, to je dobře.
Time to move on to the next hole. Try to fly it all the way back there, but that'll be too much as it trundles over the back of the green.
Well, it's starting to feel like the Titanic right now, and this round can sink in a hurry.
Time to pick up and move on.
Že jo, extra.
That's up the left side.
Ani nic to nekoukám.
That's a fairly decent
Co
break.
jsem to
Still
zahrál.
managing to finish up in the first cut as opposed to the rough. The only thing really to worry about now is whether the ball spins or not.
Just 5 feet left. Well, he's not going to be real happy with that. Wow. Okay, well, the good news is that clubhouse is just about in sight, but that'll be another double bogey here at 17. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. Frank, pleasure.